called Ant, and it is still day 9. Making another video here. I wanted to tell you about something kind of amusing that I have talked about in the past. Hold on, I've been talking so much, I need some of this. Ice water, people. This has been all that's gone into my body for 9 days. However, that is not all that has come out of my body. The wife and I were chatting up here about 2 hours ago. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what brought it up. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Yeah, so I don't know what brought it up, but I got to mentioning, that I had to take a poop earlier. And she looked at me just shocked and said, "What? You took a poop? You haven't put any food into your body in 9 days, and you took a poop?" Yes, I've had several today. And oh my Lord. Wow. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yes, I had to explain to the wife that even though I have not been eating any food or nothing but water, my body still has a lot of impacted and just stuck on goo inside my intestines, as we all do. Unless you are the healthiest eater in the universe and do not eat bad shit ever, you too have tons of impacted shit in your colon, in your intestines, that is just sitting there doing nothing but stinking, rotting, and providing an ideal fertile home for disease and potential problems down the line. So even though I've been fasting for these 9 days, I have been pooping. And once you get the normal poop out of you, the food and the stuff that you're accustomed to, you will be shocked at what comes out of you next. For me, I don't know what it is for other people. And again, if you are squeamish, if you don't like talking about the real shit, and I'm talking about the real shit here, you may want to just skip this video, go on to the next one or something else, because I'm being honest here. This is the stuff that all the other YouTube channels don't talk about. Shit. Because after, like I said, the normal food waste goes out of you and you start continuing pooping, you're going to see a huge change in that poop. It's not going to be what you expected. For me personally, it comes out very sticky and oily. And yes, very, very oily. And orange. It has a distinct orange tinge, and I don't know why. I used to at first think that was from the cayenne pepper and lemon juice when I was doing the master cleanse, that's what was making my poop orange. But after fasting several times after that with just water, it's not the case. That is just the color of whatever goo is being scraped out of the insides of me, and it is horrible. The smell is intensely horrible. I mean, it's the worst smelling shit I've ever taken in my life, is what happens when you're water fasting, because you are not cleaning out food that has just been freshly processed and on its way out the door. You are getting rid of stuff that's been in there fetid and rotting for potentially years, potentially decades if you've never done a cleanse before. It is nasty. In the past, when I would regularly fast every 6 months or once a year, that's how I would judge when my fast was over. I wouldn't go for a set number of days. I would actually go until I stopped pooping. Or at very least until I stopped pooping out all the horror shows that were inside of me. Now, because this is a water fast, there's nothing I'd like more than to take some heavy fiber drinks or something to really scrape that colon out and those intestines out. But I don't want to break the ketosis cycle and stop the weight loss just to scrape out the innards. So I'm just going to let that slowly continue. And then once I am off the fast, then I will go to a very high fiber diet for a while with some fiber supplements, just to help push out all that stuff that's being loosened up in the water fast. But yes, it is horrible. It is so nasty. It is so nasty that sometimes I have to flush the toilet 2 or 3 times. Not because it's not going down. There's not that much to make it not go down. But it's just, it's oily and it sticks to the porcelain. And even the water sometimes can't wash this stuff away. It is horrible. It is really, really gross. And none of my normal poops ever, even my normal IBS poops, which means completely abnormal, none of them ever look like this. None of them ever smell like this. And none of them ever are oily and gross like this. But that's what needs to come out of me. That's what motivates me. When I see that poop in the toilet, and I do look, I hate to admit it, but I do look, I do feel better knowing that that is getting out of my system. And it's nasty because it's a horrible cleanup too. You think about it, if that oil is so sticky that it won't go off the porcelain in your toilet, think about how much fun it is to wipe that shit. Yes, it is not fun at all. For those of you that are just used to taking a couple pieces of toilet paper, giving her a quick swipe and out the door, don't do that, or you will be wearing it and you will be smelling it everywhere. Proper cleanup is required. I do even use the baby wipes for the final little bit because it's awful. It's not fun. And again, that's my motivation to keep going. When I see that awful, horrible stuff coming out of me, all I want to do is keep water fasting to keep that stuff moving. Once that stuff stops coming out of me, then I'll know that I've hit that point where my system on the inside is clean. And that's what I'm going for. So, I've considered taking a few fiber supplements during the fast. I'm not sure if any of you knows about this or has tried it. If taking a couple capsules of psyllium husk won't break the fast, I would love to know, because I would definitely like to do that, because anything I can do to get that stuff moving and grooving would be amazing, because I don't want it in me. I really don't want it in me. It feels horrible. I don't feel it, you know what I mean, but I feel horrible knowing that stuff is coming out of me, and I want it all out. You know, it's like doing an oil change when you see that horrible dirty black oil come out of your engine. All you want is for every drip drop to come out so you can put clean, fresh oil back in. And that's exactly what I want to do. I want to do a complete oil change. I want my entire system scrubbed out. I wish I could take a scrub brush that went all the way down, right out the old bum hole, so I could just give the entire system a nice, good scrub and get all that stuff out. But sadly, that technology does not exist, at least does not exist yet, so we've got to do it the hard way, and the hard way is fasting. So yes, day 9, still pooping like a bastard. Like I said, not a lot. There's not a lot of stuff coming out, but the stuff that's coming out makes it completely worthwhile that I'm continuing, and that more stuff is going to come out after. So there you go, the poop, the whole poop, and nothing but the poop. It's nasty, but it is a serious fact, and it's shocking how many people don't talk about this when they talk about water fasting on YouTube. Am I the only one? The poop files? Anyway, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it with that lovely image implanted in your head. But when you start your water fast, check your poop. You'll see what I mean.